And then another thing, people don't understand the science. So with other sports that they bet on, is statistics, is rules and regulations. So there's no way that you can say another team won, because if this person got 100 points and the other team got 80, the team that got 80 lost. There's no way in the world nobody can question whether that team won. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Can I say
it's
something
like,
about that real quick?
It's like, yeah, who's going to judge
it? I'm a part of the Midnight Madness.
Yo. What's going on, people? This your boy Double R. And you're now tuned in to Retro Rob Television, man. We working today, man. Salute to my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. And salute to my original subscribers for always holding your boy down. I truly do appreciate that. Hey, come on in the building. Hit the like button as you come on in the building, man. Hit that like button as you come on in the building, people. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Yeah, I got a little bit of time today. I got a lot of time today, somewhat. But I want to have a little fun, man. I know a lot of people probably at work and stuff like that. Y'all catch it later, but we'll have a little fun right now. I came across this video with Cassidy after I just did a video about Sue Surf kind of like subliminally snapping at him or going at the battle rappers, whatever he was doing. And they was talking my type of talk about business. That's what I always been about. I did the Master Scammer video, which was my highest video to date. Well, it wasn't really my highest video, but there was a lot of reporting of my channel that was going on. A lot of little sucker shit, people were snitching, but it is what it is. I had to delete some videos, but they talking business about battle rap. Now I'm gonna run it back because it was a lot of little things in there that I want to break down and share with you guys. Why I got time today. It's a lot of people that's been hitting me up. You Double R, when you gonna do videos again? When you gonna get into it? I've been busy. I've been focusing on my grind, on my health. On stacking. But let's get it going, man.
That's where the numbers that's gonna be bet, the number that's gonna be the pot. And then another thing, people don't understand the science. So with other sports that they bet on, is statistics, is rules and regulations. So there's no way that you can say another team won, because if this person got 100 points and the other team got 80, the team that got 80 lost. There's no way in the world nobody can question whether that team won. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Can I say?
Now I'll say this. It's probably ain't gonna have nothing to do with what Cassidy just said. The science. Now Cassidy has always spoken about the science this, the science that, and all that. Somebody was calling me. I gotta wait. The science this, the science that. And I'll say this. It's not going to do us any good with judging the battles if people are going to be biased. If people are going to be biased, like let's say Tay Rock or Surf or one of these guys battle, and they have a battle like Tay Rock just had against Danny Myers, and Tay Rock don't look as good as people want him to or expect him to. And his fans still try to game, but they still try to, like how Cassidy fans do. They still try to say he won the battle when clearly he lost. What do we do about that? What do we do about that? Is we just gonna say people don't understand the science, or are we just gonna call it how we seen it? And I do understand from a standpoint of it varies in preference who you feel prefer or you preferred that one, but it's a thin line between preference and actuality. You feel me? It's a thin line between preference and bias. So that's the problem that I would have. Whether you felt like a person said something that was a bar, or somebody said something that was a punch, or somebody, but and how will we determine between what was actually a bar, a punch, a metaphor, creativity, aside from the performance part of it? And if we're going to include the performance portion of it, how much would that count as a point? This is all what we have to talk about when we talking about the business. We have to talk about that, address that first, because the business part of it is not going to matter, at least not to the fans. Now, the business part of it will matter to Cassidy, Sue Surf, regardless. It's not going to really matter like that to the fans and the battle rappers that are still trying to get their feet wet and trying to establish themselves in battle rap. We gotta look at that too. My man, Shadow Assassin in the building. Let's go. But as far as the science and all of that stuff, Cassidy talks about that all the time, and I feel like he used that as a ploy and as a way to, you know, get people for himself. To get people to see, well, I'm good. It's just people don't understand what I'm rapping about. Right now, it's not about Cassidy. It's about battle rap as a whole. And people like Cassidy claim that they're about the culture as a whole until it's time to get down to the nitty gritty, you know. But let's continue to go. I'm gonna break it down a little bit more.
Say something about that real quick.
It's like, who's going to judge you?
I'm a part of the Midnight Madness process and everything, so I do have some of this information.
Cassidy just asked a very, very important question as well. Who is going to be judging these battles? That's a very important piece because these little rinky dink judges that Smack have, these judges that work for them anyway, so they're going to go with his narrative. If they're in Smack's pocket and shit like that, and they're with the team, and they're involved in the culture, entrenched in the culture, I don't want judges like that. I want judges that aren't attached to the battle rap world in that way. Now, attached as far as being entertained by it, cool. But as far as attached, like in fixing fights and shit like that, if we're gonna have real judges, if we're gonna have real judges, then let's have real judges. Let's have non-biased judges. Who would those judges be? That's up to the fans to decide who the judges will be. But I'm gonna let whatever judge they try to pick or choose is gonna have their work cut out for them because the fans are used to going with who they like, even though who they like may or may not win the battle. Even if the person they like don't win the battle, they're still gonna try to pull for that person to get that W. And then we also got to look at it this way. What if the battlers lose? Would you be able to market them the same if they had an L? Just like in boxing right now, a lot of people are afraid to lose that O because they're afraid that if they lose that O, they won't be marketable. You'll be able to be marketable, but you have to put in the work to be marketable beyond that. You feel me? A lot of these dudes, they think that they're afraid of losing, but they're really afraid of, or they're not confident in their ability, or don't want to put in the work to become more of what they, become enhance what they're good at. I was trying to look for a good way of saying it. Enhance what they're good at, which means you're going to have to, instead of just sitting there, you're going to have really intriguing face-offs instead of just sitting there trying to save most of that material to the battle. I know what y'all be doing. You're going to actually have to have intriguing face-offs. You're going to have to be able to do that and actually get in the ring and perform better than what you did in the face-off. And to be honest with you, there's really no blueprint to that because I haven't seen anybody actually have entertaining, like they say, Rex have very good face-offs. Cassidy have very good face-offs. But what do they do in the ring? What are we doing in the ring? And then you have people that do really good in the ring, but don't do shit in the face-offs. So that's another thing. That's another piece to it. Who's going to be the judges? And are the battle rappers? And another thing too, are the battle rappers going to show up with full 3 rounds? Are the battle rappers going to show up without choking? These are all of the questions that must be answered. But for now, let's continue.
What we're looking for. So as far as like the money goes and everything, so it's for fun bets and everything. But outside of that, so every battle will have a base amount of Surf or whatever sponsor is going to put up $3K, $5K, $10K, depending on who's battling and what it is. And then from there's going to be a system where not only the select people in the building can bet on the battles and or put money on the floor, there's going to be a system in place for the fans to place bets. And there's going to be a 5 to 10% whatever taken out of that's going to go directly to the battlers, so we can make sure they get paid somewhat through the experience.
But again, and I have to stress this again, I have to stress this throughout the video. What are the battle rappers going to give us? What are they going to do? Because all of this choking and all of this half-ass performance and not performance in as far as performance actually, but rapping, that shit gonna have to cease. That shit gonna have to cease and desist, man. They gonna have to stop that completely, because ain't nobody gonna keep or invest into whatever they think they got going down on the URL. People are always come in and look at free shit. You know, people will watch free stuff. People will take free stuff. But the thing is when now you're asking me to spend my money. If you want my full dollar, then I'm gonna expect full quality. So that's another thing we gotta worry about. If we spending our money now, if y'all able to the bet money and flip money off of our hard-earned work, okay, we need to be entertained, and we need to be entertained just as well as y'all got paid. You know, that's another thing we have to add. That's another thing we have to be concerned about when we talking about, you know, this business. See, people are always going to do what's best for them. You know, see what they talking about? They talking about the money. They talking about the business. They talking about how things would benefit them. But time and time again, I see them only worrying about them. And either way, it works out for them. But what about the fans? What about the people that's putting the money on the table? That's putting food on your table. That's putting clothes on your kids' backs. Putting clothes on yours. You know, y'all just gonna leave us hanging? Y'all just gonna take our money and leave us hanging? How much do y'all care about the culture then? How much y'all care about the fans then? See, I said what I said at the beginning, and it's showing people can say whatever they want, but actions speak louder than words. Always have. Let's continue.
It's less about, like how they were saying, it's fun. Part of it's fun too, but it's less about the money and more about the exposure for a lot of these opportunities. Cass, I heard you say, you know, you could go to a smaller league and still get a YouTube drop, and you'll get paid win, lose, or draw. I think the main, and if you look at the first card, kind of the objective is people who already get booked to battle and are nice, that aren't getting the exposure or the look. So besides the competitive aspect, the plus to it is, you know, you're going to rap in front of some of the important people in the culture, and it's going to either go on the URL, YouTube, sign off by
this space is for Philly, Rosenberg, Bill, and all that shit cast up here. Is so everybody could stop sending requests, because we try and hear what Cassidy got to be talking about. And then Bill, he know what's up, so let Bill talk and walk. I mean, he know what's up, but we try and hear what Cassidy, I mean, he gonna talk about. So stop sending them jokes.
I disagree. I think that they should send the request, and I think the request should be accepted. Because at the end of the day, that was who was that? That was what's his name? Somebody help me out. Who was that was just talking? I know who that is, but I forget about that name all the time. But anywho, yes, that's the problem. The fans should be accepted. The fans should be welcomed with open arms. Because at the end of the day, how much is Easy to Block Captain? That's his name, Easy to Block Captain. How much is Easy to Block Captain, even though he's been doing great lately? But how much does Easy do in a face-off? How much does he do outside of the ring? Is what I'm asking. To be allowed, or to feel like he can say what he's saying and do what he's doing. If Cassidy ain't even in the position, Like he's in a position, as far as technically, but he's not even in a position, when you talk about the performances that he's had, he's not even in that position to say all of these things. And that's the problem, man. We giving these dudes too much power, and the power relies on the fans. The power is with the fans. Nah, I would have looked at that a whole lot differently, man. I'd have been like, yeah, send y'all requests, come on in, speak about it, because you want to hear the fans' opinions, because the fans is going to be the ones that make the money. But see how they do? The fans going to be the ones that make y'all the money. But see how they do, though? See how they do? They shut the fans out. We the gods. We the kings. But when it's time for them to be the gods and to be the kings and to be the entertainers, they choking. They not coming with full rounds. They not coming fully prepared, period. Now, I ain't talking about Easy. I'm just talking about battle rap in general, the battle rappers in general. Like, shout out to fans, like, don't send no requests. Is we talking right now? Cassidy is talking right now. That's the problem. Y'all talking too goddamn much. Y'all talking too much and ain't doing a motherfucking thing. That is the problem. Let the fans talk. Let the fans voice their opinion. I want to hear from the fans. I'd have been more entertained. I'm just breaking this down for my people, but I would like to hear the fans. I want to hear what the fans got to say, because maybe we can get to a common ground on this thing. Because ain't no business gonna work out if people gonna continue to do what they doing now. And for those of y'all that don't know, what they doing now is not coming fully prepared and not handling this professionally. Battle rap, what we call battle rap, they're not handling it professionally. So why the hell are we talking about this? Like, at least from the fans, we can get some type of understanding of what they expect or what is to be expected. And that would give them a leg up on whatever plans that they got moving forward. Nah, shut down. Nah, we ain't taking no requests right now. What you mean? All y'all doing is talking about a plan that ain't gonna work without the fans. All y'all doing is talking about a plan that ain't gonna work if y'all gonna continue to come unprepared. Having really good face-offs, but then going in the ring looking like shit. Coming in the ring looking good, but having sorry-ass face-offs, boring-ass face-offs. What are we really talking about? Yeah, I want to hear from the fans. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear from the fans. Because I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about a lot, but ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Let's continue.
I understand the exposure part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. But, you know what I mean? There's other ways to pay for exposure. So somebody going to have to pay. One of the person that's battling going to lose. Like, and lose his money, so he got to pay for the exposure. There's other ways to pay for exposure other than that.
See, Cassidy talking about the business. He's talking about the business. Somebody calling me right now. They got to wait. See, Cassidy's talking about the exposure. He's talking about the business. See, this is what people don't understand. I don't care who get mad about this, but he's talking about the business and the exposure. That's going to benefit you. And I ain't got no problem with it benefiting you. It could benefit you 2 or 3 times more, 4 times more, if you just hit out the fans. If you just give the fans what they pay for. And if you ain't got the ability to do it, then start running your mouth. You feel me? Start running your mouth. But they ain't gonna stop, because it's all about, and you heard what they said, man, win, lose, or draw. Whether we do good or we do what we say we gonna do or not, we still gonna get paid. That's basically what they saying. And as a fan, you should be tired of that shit. You should be sick of that shit. But again, a lot of you gonna pay for anything. Y'all gonna pay to get something. Y'all gotta stop that shit, man.
And as far as betting, like, it's another card coming up on, I think, the 9th, like in a couple of days. So if it was some niggas that was in the culture that's interested in betting, niggas could bet on them battles when niggas is already getting paid already, win, lose, or draw, and niggas could still bet on them battles. And however niggas was going to judge it, niggas could pick certain judges and bet and do the same shit anyway. Like niggas was betting on battles. There's not going to be the first time niggas bet on battles. Niggas be betting on battles all of the time. So it's like, I don't think it's going to, like, it's not like it's going to be in Vegas where it's going to be like you could really bet. So it's just like a street bet anyway. So niggas been was betting.
But you know what it shows? And I can't blame the battle rappers for it, man. Get your money. You know. And it's not all battle rappers, man. It's just the upper echelon. You know, it's the Cassidys, it's the Arsenals, it's the yada 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 hitmans, the top dudes. You know, the dudes that put asses in the seats. This is all this shit about, man. Y'all better wake up and smell the Folgers, man. Or they gonna fold you, man. Bars. You feel me? Y'all better wake up and smell the Folgers before they fold you. You know, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about more exposure. We're talking about what is having exposure when you're being exposed, or when you're exposing yourself as fuckery, as bullshit. What is we exposing? What is we if we going to continue to move how we've been moving? Ain't no need to go with no grandiose plan or grandiose scheme. You know, they ain't talking about, well, how can I get better as a battle rapper? Nah, they talking about continuously pushing out more bullshit to the fans. Maybe I'm the only one. It's people that's, because I ain't put Cassidy name in the title right now, it's people that ain't here right now. If I'd have put his name, you'd have seen how many people that showed up. We better stop doing that. You know, I ain't telling you not to support nobody. I'm just saying support what you're getting paid for, man. Support what you're paying for. If you're paying for BS, stop paying. If you're paying for half-ass, stop paying. Well, you can't blame nobody but yourself, man, when them dudes run off with your bread.
But I'm just talking about, I'm looking out for the actual battlers. Like, what would be the benefit for these battlers to risk their money, do all of these battles just for this so-called exposure or
what did he just say? What did he just say? First, we had Easy the Block Captain. We're not taking no requests right now. Shutting down the fans. And then what did Cassidy just say? I'm looking out for who? Talk to me. I know y'all love him. I'm looking out for who? I'm looking out for the battlers. We're looking out for not the fans. What was it at the beginning? It was about the fans. It was about the culture. It was about real rap. But now that you've been exposed for pushing bullshit, it's about the battlers. I'm looking out for the battlers. Which essentially he's saying, I'm looking out for myself. To me, that's what he always been saying. This is not a shot at Cassidy. This is what's going on, man, with all of these battle rappers. It's not about how can we get better as professionals. How can we get better at our craft? How can we enhance our abilities? It's about how can we make money without giving out anything. It's like a female. How could I get this dude money without giving him hardly, if anything, in return?
YouTube look, other ways that they could get a YouTube look or exposure than that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about certain battle rappers that I know, and I know their name. Now, if you got little niggas coming out there that we never heard of, that's something different.
I got a call coming in, y'all. Just let me know. Listen to this. Let me know what y'all think about it. If y'all want me to elaborate more on this, man, and we can get a conversation popping. You know, I ain't doing these long hour videos for people to not come in and participate. BX Sports Agent. Can we admit Cassidy used the battle rap culture to get his dead career afloat? It's too early, BX. It's too early, Chad. It's too early for this, Chad. The energy is the worst battle rapper. LOL. That makes no sense. Yeah. Yeah. But just leave a comment, man. Just let me know. My wife hit me up, so you know, we'll talk about it. But just let me know what y'all feel about what I just said, what we just talked about. And I'll buzz back in, man, and we'll get it popping. Because I know a lot of people at work right now. Love you too, brother. It's about the real, man. But just leave a comment and let me know, and I'll tap back in or hit me up on social media. Y'all can find me Retro Rob TV, Retro Rob, Instagram, Facebook. It's your boy Double R, man. I holla.